last time, whilst in the draconic city of Drisnocool, you were told by the Chancellor Vanesk that she would try to pull some strings so that the Bold Endeavor could return to Bunthor via the Fixper City ship tear, which is a specific tear that is regulated and monitored by the library as a way for large masses to go between usually Andar and Bunthor, but occasionally tears are allowed from other uh, realms. You were told it would take most of the day, and so you ventured off into the city to find information and wares and have all manner of rather goofy adventures. Some things were bought, some drinks were had, a little bit of knowledge was found here and there, and you returned towards the end of the day to the counselor's chambers to await further instructions. You're led into her waiting area and take a seat, and the seats are fairly comfortable. Various dignitaries come and go as you're waiting for about an hour. At one point, a red dragon storms in and demands to be seen by the Chancellor, only to be summarily tossed out, as apparently he is a recurring issue in the offices. But eventually, the Chancellor does come out, stack of papers in her hand. Oh, that was. Today's not been a great day, but I got you your opening. Luckily, there was some room in the budget. Please don't ask for anything else, otherwise, I'm gonna have to start fielding corruption allegations. And she walks up to Shiom and hands you a specific form. The tear was not scheduled to open in Telcor for another 3 months when Counselor Rosh's ship was done, but managed to grease a few palms. Should be opening up in about 20 minutes, so you can get over to your ship and you'll be directed properly.
Oh, 20 minutes. Okay, I guess we don't have much time to waste then.
I'll race you there.
Can I just say, please don't rescue any more of my kids. I don't have any more favors to give.
How
No
many more kids
promises.
you have?
No promises, but also we don't do it for the favors. That just happens to happen.
How many kids do you have?
6, does it matter?
Well, I mean, you said don't save your kids anymore.
We've saved 2 of them
So,
already.
yeah. I'm saying, like, we don't know if there's. I was wondering if you had more of them. We would potentially save at some point.
Well, Ruby and Esther you probably won't have to worry about because they spend all their time in the library, but I can't think of 2 others that might become a problem, and we're just gonna hope they don't.
No promises. We'll save them. You don't have to give us a favor, but it's greatly appreciated.
Well, can't be said I don't repay my debts. Off you go. Have a nice time, whatever you're doing.
Saving the multiverse. See you later.
Of course.
As soon as we're out, I'm gonna say I'll race you there, and I'm going to just run without waiting for you guys to answer.
Oh no! I can't keep up.
Wait, Caesar, come back. Oh, he's gone.
I would say let's roll for it, but I don't think there is actually a way at this point for either of you to physically outpace Caesar.
Nah, we're all
I can
remarkably fast.
teleport.
You're all very fast, but Caesar's a monk. Ipso ergo, Caesar wins.
He's like
Actually,
parkouring and shit. He's like jumping over food carts and shit, and he's like, "I'm gonna get there faster than them."
Actually, the funny thing is, expeditious retreat versus key points, which key points run out faster.
Eh. Do you want to burn a spell slot to
No.
beat Caesar's Bold Endeavor?
Nope.
Come on, you can do it.
Just walk up to the Bold Endeavor, see Caesar. Oh, you got me. Tried my best.
Well, how do Lethal and Calavivi do?
Calabibi keeps pace for a little bit, but she is not as trained as Caesar is, so her stamina runs out faster. Lathala does basically keep pace with you because she transforms back into her dragon form and just flies alongside you.
Just that
How big?
anime moment where we're all just running together.
How big is Lathala in dragon form these days?
About the size of a horse,
Of
which is
course.
why many of the crew is thankful that she has learned how to transform and keep herself transformed into a dragonborn, which is what she spends most of her time as these days.
All right, we reach the ship. We pretend to be out of breath, and all right, we need to cast off quickly, and then get us ready.
Check. I remembered I have a child. Did I leave him? Did I leave the turtle with my wife? Or did I
Yes.
bring? Okay,
I
cool.
believe we
No,
decided that you had left the turtle with your wife. I had a moment of panic where I was like,
Yeah,
when did we decide this?
I
that
I
poor
want him to
fish.
come with us. That was fun.
It just made no sense.
Gotta get your core strength. So you're carrying his fat ass around.
We have enough like familiars and little animals and pets and friends and extra people with us.
No, we need like 12 more.
Reminder that in addition to an NPC crew and Lathala and Calabibi and Yori, there are also 2 little wormlings that follow Din around all the time. So there's a lot going on the Bold Endeavor. And also, you know, the ship.
Yeah, which is a guy.
Just a little guy. Uh there is already someone on the ship kind of giving directions, and the Bold Endeavor is directed as you cast off and you're flying to a specific spot near the airship docks. It's kind of all cordoned off. Takes another couple of minutes, but in front of the Endeavor, a great triangular tear opens in space, and into it, you see the Astral Sea. And on the other side is what looks to be a fairly surprisingly small boat, but it has cables coming out of it. And there are 2 cables that are currently go past the side of the tear that you cannot see. And the third one shoots out and latches a massive grappling hook onto the front of the Endeavor and just pulls it into the Astral Sea. You're being pulled by Astral Tugboat currently.
Whoa.
And the 2 other ships that you see as you come through the tear appear to be empty. They seem to be some kind of deliveries. You just see a couple of crew who are wearing the same uniforms as those on the tugboat. And they start pulling you through the sea. You notice the tear closes behind you, and there is if you'll recall last time you're in the Astral Sea, there's a very subtle, like, line of light that forms when you are using going to a specific plane as opposed to, you know, just flying in the Astral Sea. And you notice that the tugboat is following one of those directly. Can I have someone please roll me a d6?
Wonderful.
3.
You are flying for not more than 15, maybe 20 minutes before a shimmer appears on the words are escaping me deck of the ship. And if you could also roll me a d4.
3.
All right. This shimmer starts off as you don't even like, it's just kind of something you see in the corner of your eye, but it gets more intense and the light becomes slightly brighter. And after you take a moment to look at it, as the light gets brighter and brighter, you realize The shimmer is in the form of like a humanoid shape, and within the light, there are flickers of what look like cogs and machinery made of some brilliant metal within this being of light. And it just kind of gently sets itself down onto the deck of the ship.
Okay, so like a being of cogs just landed on a ship.
The machine spirit.
Basically, yeah. It's
GB?
it is a being that looks like it is just emanating light, but within that light you see brilliant metal, like shining metal cogs.
Hail, traveler of the astral sea.
Greetings. I was drawn by something you carry. Your power is strange.
Are you addressing me?
Which one of you carries? And she's gonna hold out her hand. And who's carrying the curious cube that was found? I don't remember who took that.
I thought she was gonna ask for the captain. I was gonna like put my hand out real fast.
I have the cube.
You have the cube. So as she says that, you feel like a weird pulling in your satchel, and she lifts her hand, and the cube just floats out of the satchel and just kind of hovers in the air. Hmm.
Generally, you don't want to come aboard a ship without the captain's permission, and certainly don't want to start robbing him.
You can come in.
He's not the captain.
I have no intention of robbing you. I was simply drawn by the pull of that which you carry. I wish to see it for myself. It has essence that is familiar to me.
Where'd we get the cube from again?
You got it from a random shop in the city.
Is that when we went to go or get our fortunes told?
Can you explain what the cube is?
Not what it is. I only know that it comes from the same flame that birthed me.
So it's magic.
Of a sort, I suppose, although you could also call it mechanism. It's both, as most things are in Uxatixu.
Gesundheit.
Ukusi, ukasiku,
You
ukizik.
having a stroke?
I'm trying to repeat what she just said.
I know. I'm gonna ask that.
Mariska Hagate to you as well.
That doesn't clarify anything.
You just typed it. You just smashed your hand on the keyboard, didn't you?
Oh. Ux, uzi, tix.
Uxatixu, it is my home plane. Order.
You guys got any fighters there? Back to
Combat is messy and time consuming and
yeah, it's fun.
unnecessary for order to be maintained.
That's boring.
Boring is orderly.
There are definitely people who disagree with you on that point here.
How so? How would you not say that boring mundanity is as orderly and predictable as you can make it?
Oh no, that part makes sense. It's the idea that violence is unnecessary for order, not something that.
Why are all of our cameras being mean tonight?
Someone else carry the
I'm
conversation for a moment.
confused.
So what do you do for fun if you don't fight?
Fun is not necessary for order.
It's fun though. Why wouldn't you want to have fun?
Why
So
would I
you
need to
came
have fun?
you came from Uakadu and you're here because of a cube.
May I see it for a moment? And before you even finish answering, she's like pulled it closer to her. And I say she because I'm using my voice, but
It,
there is no actual inclination of like any sort of gender in
it.
this thing. But it holds the cube in front of it and just kind of moves its hand, and the puzzles of the cube start kind of shifting and aligning themselves such that after a moment or two, each side of the cube is now a very nice, perfectly patterned spiral, and it kind of clicks open a little bit, and a light very similar to what is emanating from this being just sort of shines out of the cracks, and it tilts its head. I see.
There's this little robot that comes out, looks like an octopus. Looks like he's carrying a gun.
And it floats back to you. Do you have business in the domain of order?
Do we?
We do. We
Yeah.
Do we?
might. I
Do we?
actually Shion looks over at Leo.
I thought Order was the one we went to.
No, we went to life.
Went to
Okay.
life. Did we ever decide who was what?
Not really.
The general consensus was Caesar was probably chaos, but Leo was left pondering.
And the other two are order and unlife.
Yep.
I mean,
Which you do have a dead guy telling you, well, like guiding you on your path. So you know.
No, he's not undead. He's just a pick.
He's a ghost.
I thought he was a pick.
he's a ghost who's
Possessing a ghost. Or the ghost possessing a pig.
The pick is possessing a
a pick. Is
ghost.
possessing a ghost.
It's the spirit of jazz, man. Or spirit of rock and roll, I guess, in this instance.
It's not the weirdest thing we've ever done to assume that the pick is alive and not a person who possessed a pick.
But okay.
Well,
I don't know. I kind of feel like maybe we should just take advantage, though. I mean,
this is not the only artifact of the domains you carry with you. I simply find this one curious because it is where I am from.
what are the other ones?
I cannot pull them to me in the same fashion, but I sense you have a piece of the void, and there is nothing immediately drawn from chaos, and she kind of turns to Caesar for a moment and looks around at everyone. I feel like chaos would not be unwelcome to you.
Well, you know, we like new things.
He'd ordered chaos for a good crowd.
I pull out Dreylock's hairstone and is like, is this the piece of the void?
Indeed. It was created
Oh,
from it,
shit.
and may draw you to it as the cube will draw you to order.
My obsidian second wife.
And void is chaos, or void
Unlife.
no is unlife. Void is unlife.
I think.
Indeed.
Huh.
The existence of non-existence.
They're basically like the papers from One Piece.
Similar.
Verb papers, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What are the like Liberian tugboat people thinking? Like, what are they doing right now?
There's only one on this ship, and he's just kind of like, not my monkeys, not my circusing it. He's up with Nin by the fore at the front of the boat. I should know
I
this.
have never heard
That's
that
none of my
phrase
business.
before. What the hell?
But he turned back to see what was happening, rolled his eyes and shrugged, and turned back to look forward to make sure that the cables were still functioning.
Guys, we found the New Yorker. We found the New Yorker of D&D. He's
None of
he
my
goes
damn
through,
business.
he goes through the astral sea. He's seeing everything. He's just like, I don't care
Yeah.
anymore.
See a chaos god just like popping his head on the ship. Like, that's not my damn business.
Opposite of Chaos God. All right. I guess we have a choice now. You said so. It's drawn to it. Does that mean it could lead us to those realms?
Indeed.
So we can make a compass like we did with the goddess's blood.
Do we want to like go get the tugboat captain or like, hey, we want you to follow this rock we found?
We might need RGB's help or somebody's help in order to like
It's a magic rock.
actually form a compass out of it. I think.
Here's a magic rock. It'll take you where you want to go.
The cube will draw you now. I have activated it. The stone should not require much beyond some power poured into it to give you direction.
Well, I think
Well,
you'll be.
do we all have the Dreylock Tearstone? Because it's
Yeah.
my thing too.
Yeah, but I think we each got
I,
one.
I pull it out. Horatio, what's popping, dog?
What is that in front of us? What are we doing? Where are we?
Don't
Why
worry
is it
about
dark
it.
everywhere?
Don't worry about it. Do you
You
vibe
know, you
with this
really
thing?
should allow me out more. It would be much easier for me to give you advice if I could actually see what was happening.
You can come out whenever you want, bro.
That's not how magic works.
Yeah, but it's what I'm saying.
What is your question?
Do you vibe with this thing? I show him the stone.
It's like, what language are you speaking?
In what fashion do you mean?
Do you get some energy from this? You feel like maybe you could do something with this?
Are you implying what I think you're implying? You know, this guitar pick is very nice.
No.
It's
I
shiny.
mean, unless you want.
Although the stone is also shiny.
Okay, this is like from Unlife, we think, and you're like a dead guy. So can you like do some shit with this? You think maybe?
I don't know. I'm a ghost. I don't know all ghosts, though.
I suppose I can try. And he flies over to it, and you see him just like putting out his tiny little finger to touch it. Can you please make me a spell casting check? Just like make a spell attack.
Why is my character sheet gone? Why just like do like Eldritch Blast or whatever?
Yeah, that works. I just want to see the full charisma check with a modifier. Okay. He touches it, and suddenly the like glistening black of the metal guitar pick kind of shivers, and the stone he's touching shatters, and the two like groups of little pieces like intermerge with each other. And then in another moment, he is now slightly larger and is a mix of the pieces of guitar pick and the shards of the stone.
Oh man, I got an epic pull from this. Gotcha.
That was not supposed to happen. I don't think that I was not intending. What was that thing? What am I thing?
So to be fair, when we say we don't know, the person we got it from didn't entirely know either. In our defense, that's not a good defense.
Yeah, but she was fine though.
I think he's okay with that though.
And he kind of stands up a little straight. Suppose if I am now connected to a beautiful alien woman, there could be worse things.
But what is he?
You're going a little Pepe.
That's Horatio.
We've been
though.
watching Muppet movies, okay? Sue me.
That's Horatio though.
It was
So-
always a stupid Spanish accent.
and like almost kind of bordering on French.
Yeah.
So what does Horatio look like now? Is he just like a cluster of shit, or is he like kind of a homunculus like humanoid shape?
So when he originally formed, the pick broke apart and he turned into a little origami guy.
Yeah.
Now, rather than looking like an origami guy, he kind of looks like a stone golem made of that black stone. He's still only like maybe that big,
It's a
but
little guy.
he looks to be more physical than he was before.
Do
Like he
you
has
f-
more presence in this world.
do you feel inspired? Maybe perhaps in a direction.
I feel like it would be a lot nicer if there wasn't a giant shining light in my eye over there.
She's chill, bro. What is your problem?
No, the one behind her.
I
So that's the
turn around
backup,
and look
bro.
behind her.
You don't see anything.
Unlife is that way. We'll figure it out.
Okay. I don't think the librarians are gonna like this. I turn to the
How much do we got paid to the captain?
what's her name? The being of order. I was like, okay, well, if it makes you feel any better, as chaotic as this was, you did bring some direction to our lives, which is kind of like order. So take that with you as you move forward.
Indeed, I shall.
And we are actually extremely grateful for your help here.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Certainly. This was a strange occurrence, and I have much to tell my lord now.
See?
I will be going.
Interesting. Not boring.
Would you like to care to? Would you care to explain our who your master is?
I
The Lord of Order.
I have 18 charisma. I'm not doing this well.
I was hoping she'd be like, no.
No, I don't think I will.
Of course, it's the Lord of Order. Who else would be that which rules over the domain of order?
I mean, it could have
So we're
been a
going.
middle manager.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
guess
say we didn't know you were that high up in the hierarchy. Like, damn, we thought maybe you were like sort of
You're
middle
a being
management.
of of shapes. There's no reason to believe you aren't a god at this point.
Gods do not create order. They are the embodiment of chaos. They create change, things
So
that move.
we're going for unlife instead of order, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
That is a decision for you to make. I shall continue making my way forward. And
Out
it
of
gives kind of a
character,
little bow.
peace. Out of character, I kind of think that like Leo could sort of go both ways because of the unlife with Horatio thing is kind of a tenuous link, and then Order, I don't really know. Maybe like because he's kind of got his shit together, and also you could just put music as like ordering of sound or whatever. But like,
Yeah,
I feel like
there's a good
Jazz
call
is
for
chaos.
both.
yeah, that's the thing
I-
though, right? It's like Order seems like nah, bro. That's right brain. That's right brain. Not let or whichever one is not the one. You know what I mean?
That concept has been long since disproven, but it was right brain creative, left brain logic.
Yeah, that.
Joke stands up though.
So I say we go
Um,
for unlife. Fuck it.
I don't know what else Caesar would do besides chaos at this point. Only
Caesar is
because
chaos.
he is chaotic. I don't know if that's necessarily what he should go for, but I
It's
don't have
not
any other better
chaos
ideas.
like in 40K.
I don't know,
I
man.
feel
Like,
like
what do you
you're
think I'm gonna?
I feel like you're biased against it because of that.
I'm not saying I'm biased because of that. I'm just saying you hear the word chaos, you don't think of something good either.
Chaos is just like she was saying, like the gods don't serve order because they incite change. That's really all chaos is.
It is also like the most evil sounding one of the ones we, or except Unlife. Unlife's the only other one.
Unlife, I think, is more traditionally just in D&D specifically evil. But I mean,
Is it
our
really?
alignments are chaotic good. I think all three of ours are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
there's
mine
nothing
actually
lawful about
became.
any of you.
I think mine became like. I think
Like,
mine
woo,
became
we're
like neutral
pirates.
good.
Don't worry, we'll get you chaotic in no time. You married life has softened you up. We'll fix that.
I used to be chaotic, man. I ain't trying to go back to that life, man.
All right.
But
As the journey continues, would you say something?
just to continue that philosophical thread for a moment, the unlife is also not evil in this setting either. It's just an endurance, I guess, of the being.
So at
I feel
that
like
point, like, what exactly is chaos compared to the rest of them?
it's changed, right?
Does it just change?
Change.
It's easiest to think of it in the is there how do
Dichotomy.
Dichotomy.
because it's life and unlife, chaos and order. So that's chaos is
Yeah.
the absence of order.
Order is balance, but it's also tyranny. Chaos is destruction, but it's also change and growth. So they're not good or evil.
And I feel like, is it too much to say that like beauty is kind of part of chaos? You know?
Oh yeah,
I feel
absolutely.
I feel like every one of them would find beauty in their own thing, though. Like the order person was just talking about how they find things neat and orderly to be like a thing
Sure.
that they value.
And I guess
In
also beauty being life is kind of a given too.
in 40K, there's the chaos god Zinch, who is the god of change. So I think that's funny.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, now I'm kind of like second guessing myself, but I already made
didn't mean to do
Horatio
that.
do
I
that
mean,
shit.
you made Horatio do that. That could just change. Horatio could just be like that. Doesn't mean we have to follow the light.
You could just leave
Now
him
he,
alone and be like, "Hey, you cursed you
now
now. You
he's
see a light every day."
now he's just blinged out.
He is quite shiny.
And there's also the fact that we are currently being towed by people who follow strict orders. Order. To take us to
Assign.
Bunthar, and
How
now
much are
we
we
are
gonna have
seeing a
to?
light pointing us in a different direction.
So
What do
how
y'all
much do
think?
you think we're gonna have to pay him to like change course?
We
'Cause
kind of
that's the
got
only
money
way.
these days, bro.
You also do need to go back to Moonthor eventually, so it's they give every situation kind of you can take it any which way you want to. Feel free
What
to
do
continue discussing. I need to go to the bathroom. Sorry. All right, back on track. Can I have someone else roll me another d6?
your turn, May?
So I feel like, although that was a more out of character discussion, I do think that Leo and Shion at the very least had a version of that conversation in character.
Yeah, definitely.
3. Hey, triple threes.
um,
Yeah, do that all
another
over again.
not quite.
Cutscene plays from the beginning.
Another half hour or so goes by, and what do y'all do to pass the time? Like, are people staying on deck? Do people go into their rooms, go below deck?
Fight Club.
On the Bold Endeavor?
Yeah, just like a friendly Fight Club. You know.
I mean, Calabibi and Lethal are always down to spar with you.
Yeah, more of a sparring session than a legitimate Fight Club, but gotta toughen up the crew. They've been too soft since we left them.
We're going to Buntor, right? Technically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And my wife is on Buntor, right?
Yes.
Is there like a mail like post system?
Ascending.
I'm gonna write a letter in my room to my wife.
Very nice. Shion, are you doing anything? Yori just kind of stays on deck and looks out because this is her first time, like, traversing the astral sea in relative comfort compared to what a lot of y'all did in the scouting times. So she's liking being able to just kind of sit and enjoy it.
Yeah. Shion is is mostly just taking checking in on the well-being of the crew, that sort of thing, going from checking in with Nin first to see if there's anyone obvious that needs who's been struggling recently, and you know just making sure everyone's sane, healthy, reasonably happy.
By and large, everyone's doing okay. Uh, Shern is on edge and anxious because she's still learning the ins and outs of how the Bold Endeavor works as a trisail. So her and Dev spend a lot of time conversing with each other because Dev can innately feel how the ship works being a part of it, and CERN knows how the machinery works. So they're kind of coordinating.
Caesar's also going to work on maintenance to his costume and maybe try making a new mask or something fancy.
Nice.
It's a formal wrestling outfit, like formal wear, but it's wrestling.
All right. So I believe
Latex tuxedo.
Oh my god!
everything about that sounds awful. Um, at the time this
Sorry,
happens,
that phrase was like just the word version of nails on a chalkboard. Just
I just imagine a latex like gimp suit, but it's got like a suit pattern on it.
that is so much worse than what I was imagining.
It's like one of
I
those
was still
t-shirts.
imagining a suit just made of latex.
I'm just thinking of like those shirts that look like a tuxedo. Fuck.
So unfortunately, when this happens, I believe Caesar is the only person on deck. Caesar, you hear a high-pitched whining sound that you know from experience sounds similar to uh, a high velocity projectile of some kind coming your way.
you've been that high velocity projectile.
Indeed.
I know what that noise is.
And
Caesar just looks up, just
Oh shit, that's what it
Vietnam
sounds like from this
flashbacks.
angle.
before you can really fully register it, a massive figure slams down onto the deck of the Endeavor. And there's a bit of a puff of debris, not really smoke, but some debris kind of sprinkles off of it. And
Astral dust.
astral dust.
Answer.
A 6-foot tall brass automaton stands up, turns to you, turns to the front of the ship, marches up to where the crew from the tugboat is, and you see the two of them talking for a moment. The guy from the tugboat, who's a very burly halfling. He's big for a halfling, but that's still quite small.
Mountain.
You see him kind of throwing his arms around, and the two of them eventually walk down to you, and the halfling looks between you and the automaton. He's going on and on about paperwork, said there's only supposed to be 2 ships coming through today. I showed him the form, but he needs, I don't know what, you talk to him. And he goes back up to the front of the ship.
Whatever happened to asking for permission to come aboard?
Who the hell you think you are just bombarding our ship like that? You scared the shit out of me, for one. Two, I'm the captain. You need to address me before you go and just talk to people on my ship. Thirdly, what the fuck are you doing here?
I'm actually the captain, and more respectfully, what is exactly the issue?
According to the manifest for the Fixper Tear, only 2 ships were to cross the sea today.
Right.
Don't
And
we
we
only
weren't
have
one of
two?
them?
No.
Okay, but paperwork. We have paperwork.
It was not updated on the Andar side.
It's not really our fault, is it?
I mean,
How am I to know for certain this paperwork isn't a forgery?
how?
You did not come through the standard tear log.
Right, because we were expedited by the Queen of Driscoll?
Chancellor.
Chancellor. Chancellor of Driscoll.
Can you give me a persuasion check?
I was gonna say, extremely rude just to explode on a deck like he did.
True. 17.
It pulls out the form that the halfling crew member had given him. You see it run its hands over it, and it looks almost like a scanner. And as it's moving its hand, suddenly there's two of the form, and it hands one back to you, and then it holds out the other one with a quill. Signature, please, in case something happens.
Is this like
First
a
mate.
waiver of liability or something?
Pretty much.
My first mate will take care of that.
Okay. Oh, she owns, unfortunately, the sort of person who actually reads it. So you guys stand there for about 5 minutes.
It is a form basically saying that this tear is very particularly guided, and the boat that you are being tugged by is really only rated for 2 ships. And so if something goes wrong, it is not the fault of the Hepkef uh, shipwright company, and you accept any liability for any issues in the Astral Sea.
Hepkef. Okay, and this will clear up our transit issues.
Along with the 10 gold fine.
I see. Okay. Gonna sign that. Anyway, Captain, pay him.
The automaton turns to face Caesar.
I pull it out of our treasury fund. Like a captain probably would.
That's fair. It takes the gold, deposits it into a slit you see in its chest, kneels down so that it's like squatting, and literally just jumps up into the air and flies away.
I ain't tipping.
Iron Man ass automaton.
He probably wanted a tip. I didn't give it to him.
We currently have 724 gold, 1,918 silver, and 5,300 copper on Dev.
I think we're good.
I don't remember why we have so much silver and copper, but hey, it's there. Guess we can make change if we need to.
All right, can I get one more roll? This time we can just make it a d4.
Me.
What's with the
What
threes?
the hell? Quad threes, baby.
Power of 3.
3, and it's not even like the algorithm's fault. I rolled a natural die.
Yep. So another hour or so goes by, and the crew from the tugboat actually switches out. At one point, he walks along the cable, and another very wiry-looking tabaxi comes down and sets himself down back on the Endeavor. And at this point, is anyone else up on deck? Still on deck?
I am below deck.
I'm guessing I'll come up on deck after I've written a letter. I'm just like chilling, playing the lute or whatever.
Yeah, I'm reviewing notes that Yuri brought with us about the organization.
Nice. So Leo and Caesar, as you're just kind of chilling on deck, you see from it's it takes a while for you to notice it because it's a very small silhouette, but over the course of a few minutes, you notice something flying towards you. And you I say flying because you can see it's actually like kind of making a dipping up and down motion in the astral sea. And as it gets closer, you see it's two figures. It's a figure riding something else. And as it gets closer to the point where you are now in shouting distance, you see a very strange sight. What looks to be a bright, almost metallic purple penguin riding a black pig with wings. And they ride up closer to the ship, and the penguin looking thing just waves its hand. Hi! Permission to come aboard, please?
Granted.
Thank
Should have
you.
never smoked that shit, man.
And the pig drops down onto the ship and immediately just like crashes down to the ground and flips over on its side. And you immediately just start hearing.
In response to what Jim just said, did you know that you can trip off of LSD years after you take it?
Yeah, it's actually
Really?
kind of a
That's so
concern.
weird.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, LSD can do permanent hallucinatory damage.
Oh, is that why they did so many experiments on people with it?
Sure.
That's a complicated topic.
Probably
Let's
the
move on.
consequence, yeah.
Yeah.
But the penguin-looking creature kind of slides off the pig that had immediately fallen asleep.
Saw this on the side of a van once.
Thank you. Sorry to take up space on your ship. I just he, Cabo is really tired, and I need to reset my compass. So if I could just we could just relax for like a few minutes, and then I'll figure it out, and then we'll be on our way.
20 gold.
I
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. Don't worry about it.
she's reaching into her pouch as you say that, and as you tell her it's fine, don't worry about it, you see just the slightest glint of an astral diamond, and then she pushes it back into the pouch. Oh, okay.
Take that.
Thank you. My name is Abdi. Nice to meet you.
I go by
Yeah,
many
it was good.
names.
Oh
And
god, here we
which
go.
of my friends can go first because I have so many. I have to like think of all of them, and it's,
If you have many names, you must be very important.
I am. Um,
You said they're a penguin automaton?
No, just it's a purple penguin.
the Ilium, the Herald of Illogic, Hambone Harry, uh, the Cave Crawler Keppa, Hickey Ham Harry, Lube Master Lenny. But you can just call me Caesar.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Caesar. And she just kind of plops down on the ground next to her pig and leans up against the side of the ship. I don't normally make this journey alone, and so I was a little confused as to how the compass worked, and I think I made Cabo fly too fast for us, and so that's why the compass didn't work. And now that he's tired and the compass didn't work, I should get home eventually, probably, but I would just have to make sure the compass is working first.
Where you headed?
Home.
Where's home?
Where's home?
Sabra.
Sabaro?
Bra.
The sub place?
The Celestial Beach plane.
Oh shit.
You say
They be
celestial?
writing songs about that place.
It's very pretty. We get a lot of tourists. Well, not so much right now because of whatever's happening, but usually we get a lot of it's, we're people who can get into the astral sea. I'm told it's actually kind of hard. I've lived my whole life out here, so I don't know a whole lot about what it's like to not be in the astral sea, but I'm told it's kind of hard to get out here if you don't live out here.
Shion's walking up with a couple of papers in his hands and just like, Yuri, are we sure we have 5 contacts? Yeah.
Sure.
What?
There's a penguin and a pig on a boat.
Did they ask
What's
for
your name?
did did
I
did,
point to
did,
you.
did they ask for permission to come on board?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. They're fine.
Don't worry,
um,
the captain gave permission.
is it too warm in here for you, or hmm, is it too
No,
cold for the pig?
no, it's just fine.
I don't know why I didn't expect it to talk.
The pig?
I mean, most Dora usually talk.
Is
Wait, the
is
pig's
the
been talking?
is the pig is the pig a Dory?
No,
Is the
the,
pig a
the
what?
pig's just a space swine.
How silly of me,
Her name's Cabo.
Cabo.
She's really nice, but she gets winded easily.
Okay.
I have to make sure not to fly her too fast.
Okay. I'll can lay on hands help with exhaustion or no, not really.
I don't know.
It deals with poison, not exhaustion, doesn't it?
I think
Did
that
the
sounds right.
did the penguin tell us her name?
She did.
What was it?
She said her name was Ably.
Abley.
Way overkill. But I'm going to use a Warlock spell slot for cure wounds, which is auto works at 4th level.
All right. And this is on the pig or the
The pig looks exhausted.
okay. You lay your hand on this pig, and it is the softest, finest fur you have ever felt. And it just kind of like wiggles as you put your hand on it. Is fairly large potbelly pig with wings.
Well, it gets 29 HP if it was missing any.
It kind of shivers and snorts and does not wake up. Sorry, she's kind of rude.
Well,
Should we Should we start moving? I feel like I'm imposing on you.
do you
And she
need?
kind of nuzzles the pig.
We can give you food if you need it. Why am I talking? Where are you from?
Is there a problem you're having with him? Like I'm a little
It's a penguin.
I'm a dwarf.
Dwar. It's a dwar.
Or a dwar.
I don't think I have ever met a dwar before.
What are penguins?
They
obviously
look
it's
like
a
you.
bar, even I knew that.
Oh,
But smaller, usually black, and they don't talk.
oh. There's a lot of things in the astral sea that talk that people who aren't from the astral sea say it's weird that they talk.
We literally just had a conversation with a thing that looked like a bunch of cogs. And this is the weird thing.
But we already met RGB.
Oh,
Sorry.
you met the professor?
But-
How's he doing?
It's just fine, I think. I don't know, I haven't met him in a while.
It's
Caesar's just like, okay, I don't know what the problem is everybody has right now.
I'm just out of character. I appreciate the irony of a Leonin having trouble with this, but he was also just doing something completely different. He just walked on deck and ran into this, so he's just like,
Can I do like a history or something to see if I actually have heard of Sabwara? And like, I feel like that is something that people would like sing about. Fucking beach dimension.
Yeah, sure. History check works.
Dang.
Yeah, you've absolutely heard of Sabara. It is called the Celestial Beach. It is white sand that kind of almost waterfalls over a flat edge into the astral sea, and it's it's a giant disc that just sort of floats in the astral sea, and there's it's best way to describe it is like space Hawaii. Um, and you don't know much about the like actual history or population of the people there because you know it through song and story. And all the songs and stories just talk about what a beautiful place it is, how it's kind of hard to find. It's almost like sort of a El Dorado thing that where there some people don't believe it necessarily exists, but anyone who's been there thinks it's this extraordinary place. Haven't heard anything about space penguins and pigs living on it, but you know
Seems
of it
about right.
generally.
Huh. Is that your retirement plan?
Is now.
Land of the space pigs.
Damn.
Um, but Abley is happy to chit chat with any who stay with her. They remain on the ship for another 20 minutes or so. Eventually, the pig kind of jolts awake, sniffs around, walks in a couple of circles, and then starts kind of flapping its wings restlessly. I think Campbell wants to start going, so we should probably. My compass is working now, so we're set, and I should be able to get home. Thank you very much for your hospitality and the allowing us to rest for a bit. This was very enlightening, and it was cool to meet new people. That's always fun. I'm happy you guys. I hope you guys get where you're going safe.
You as
Yeah, it
well.
was nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she does a little bow, hops up onto the pig, and the pig and the penguin fly away.
Well,
Godspeed, sweet Dwar.
Oh, they're nice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
yeah. I mean, okay. So So we had a barely comprehensible being give us directions because of a cube we bought in the middle of nowhere. But you know, then we had bureaucracy, and then pigs flew. So
And penguins talked, and they were really nice.
yeah, nice. Yeah. I know I talk shit about Telcor all the time, but I think the Astral Sea might be the weirdest place that we can go to.
I wonder if they got pina coladas in Subwara.
Oh yeah.
No, they're called colada peanuts.
Doesn't. No. Doesn't quite work the same with saying that way.
Mm-mm. But the rest of your short stint in the Astral Sea is relatively uneventful. Eventually, you get to a point where you see that big triangular tear open up again. And as you're going through this tear and returning into Bunthor, and a couple of other ships come up to take hold of the two other ships that you were being pulled alongside, because you notice both of those are not flying ships. So they need to be like carried till they get to the water, because the tear opens up into the expanse of ocean and sky you recognize as Bunthor. And in front of you is quite possibly the strangest structure you have ever seen. It is the Fixper City ship, which is essentially one giant column, excuse me, of, and you see just dozens of airship docks along the top column. There's a circular area floating on the water with a few buildings, and then four massive extensions extending cardinally out from the circle that are just a bunch of docks. There is enough living space on this city ship for maybe a few hundred people. There is enough docking space on this city ship for dozens, if not possibly hundreds of boats.
Neat. So each person, there's 300 boats, one person per boat. Yeah, that math set and sounds right.
No. I mean, they don't own the boats; they're the engineers.
This is all in character, by the way.
But you are pulled through the tear, and because it is the easiest given the current state of the Endeavor, just directed over to a skyship docks should you choose it, or you can just be on your way. You have returned safely to Bunthor.
And our goal is to get to the plane.
Either air or water. It had not been decided yet.
Yeah, air or water. Which I believe I can actually get to this. Yeah.
And then we got to put down like an oil derrick of magical shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have one for each of those. We don't have to like retrieve one specifically for the realm, right? The anchor thing.
Correct. They are designated for specific dimensions, but you have the air, fire, and water left on your ship. They're just in the hole.
So when are we gonna break into Devdar?
Yeah, that's kind of been a big question.
Anyway, yeah, we can go up or down.
That's not what I clicked on. Game. There we go. I'm just pulling you over here as a background.
I was already there too. Right. So we can go up or down, and we can also chill here for. But we did just have short, like a day of short leave, so I don't think we need to chill out too much. As cool as it would be to see the sights. Have any of us been here before? Like during our random travels.
Probably not. Leo might have been in his short tenure as just a run-of-the-mill deckhand, but you would all know Fixper by reputation because it is the city's ship whose entire economy and reason for existence is the repair and maintenance of ships. That is all that exists on this structure.
And the crew I ran with, they called this place the garage.
And Dev
I
is
don't know
not.
why.
And Dev is not in need of any repairs or maintenance.
Not at the moment.
All right. Up or down?
Flip a coin. Heads is up.
Well, I have dragon or bramble. Dragon feels like up.
Yeah, that sounds like up to me.
That was a bramble.
Like leaves.
Like some sticks.
Vines.
Oh, okay.
Vines.
Dragon's cool since it's head.
Dragon.
All right, down.
All right, let's go up.
Down we go.
Wait. Excuse me.
That's like going back.
Up we go.
Oh yes, Mr. Agent of Order.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can be Chaos Crew. It's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna actually be alright.
Do we need any? So in real life, to break the gravity well, you need more and more power the higher up you go. Like you need additional thrust, not just as well as maintain thrust, right?
Unless you eat it.
So do we need anything special or additional to go past the normal flight altitude?
You don't know.
We might have to make Doc and confer with some people. Discern them.
Let me see. Discern now.
Can she discern this? I think I just gave her disadvantage.
What I miss?
Nothing, nerd.
I made a bad pun. I'm trying to. I'm asking, conferring with CERN on whether or not we need any special equipment to go above the normal flight altitude.
So, so far as I can tell, Dev should be fine. We might have some fun times. I've tried to do a little bit of reading on the elemental planes. There's not a whole lot about anything other than earth and water, really. But air It's gonna get weird, but I think we should be okay.
This sounds weird, given that we're
Always.
going
What I
to
just said.
an elemental plane of air. But is breathing gonna be a problem? You know, you climb a mountain, you sometimes it's hard to breathe. Does that continue or does it go back to being normal breathing? Do we know this?
I think it's gonna be less about the breathing and more about the locomotion. It's gonna be a little strange.
Oh, is it like no grav?
Space
Data
bat.
unclear.
We got like harnesses and shit, right?
Got a
Like I
rope.
said, it is gonna be interesting. Uh, I'm gonna stay below deck, and she pivots and turns and go back downstairs.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely have harnesses. We had that like the first time we went through the Astral Sea. We were talking about that.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I think we worked on that like the moment we like fought on an airship. Remember, we kept falling out of it. So like,
Never again.
oh hey, it's probably gonna happen again. We're gonna be the airship.
What are we talking about?
Onward, up.
No, I mean, what adventure are you talking about?
Oh, when we fought this one, when we fought the feathery dude,
Yeah.
Montana.
Montaigne.
Oh, right. Up. Yeah, okay.
I
I
fell
forgot
out
about
like Leo and I fell out of that ship like 3 times each. It was okay.
Up we go.
All right. Yep. I think everyone's rested enough and has rested enough in Dresden Cole. I think we can just go.
All right. Do you direct the crew to just elevator, or do you want to like go forward and up?
I feel like the first one would be better.
I mean, elevator would be faster, but I imagine if there are any problems, they'll hit us more quickly. If we that faster might not be good because then we can't react to whatever happens as fast.
I feel like if we go up, then we can just like zoom away at the last second. Whereas we're going like this, we gotta go like that.
I mean, if we can go like this, then we can do that anyway. Like, it, I don't understand why you think that would change.
I mean, can we move side to side quickly? Like, how fast is ship movement?
Ship movement in general is pretty slow in any direction because it's a big ship.
I think we'll have more reaction time if we go up gradually.
I think it's more natural if we do that.
Yeah.
All right. So you begin the ascent, and for the first bit, it feels fairly normal. You know, everyone on this crew at this point is relatively used to flying in a skyship. Like you don't do it all the time, but enough that it's not that weird. Everyone harnesses up and puts their safety lines in. Uh, as you continue to rise, the air does get a little bit heavier. Like there's more moisture. It's more humid. It doesn't become harder to breathe, but you become more aware of your breathing, and the clouds get heavier, and you continue to go up further, and this all of this kind of intensifies, and there does come a point where it is quite chilly, and it's so humid that it does borderline become difficult to breathe. Not you're not like heaving, but it's like after you've exerted yourself quite a bit. That's
We
how
want
it
to turn
feels
on.
to breathe.
Does anyone want to turn on the air?
And this continues as you go up into clouds. You are now just fully encompassed by clouds, and you can't really see more than 15, 20 feet around the ship. And this feeling just continues to grow, and you feel heavier and heavier until,
Question.
yeah.
It makes sense either way. I just want to know your opinion. Does the fact that I have automatic water breathing change the effect on me at all?
It does not.
Okay, that makes sense.
I understand where you're coming from, but no, it does not. it eventually hits a point where it is bordering on the intolerable. And then there is a almost a pop. Like your ears pop. There's a sudden shift in the atmosphere. You break through the top of the clouds. And as the Endeavor comes fully out of the clouds, you feel lighter. Sort of like that feeling when you're going into water and you're maybe hip deep or so. It's not at the point where you are floating, but you feel like you have a lighter step and you can move a bit more agilely.
Halfway to moon gravity.
Mhm.
Um, there's at least one person who like only one of their ears popped, and they're just like, ah.
Mhm. Um, and something for all of you to keep track of whilst you are in the elemental plane of air, your movement speed increases by 10 feet while you're on the ground.
I'm super fast.
Um,
E45 move speed.
Does my jump height change?
yes, your jump height doubles.
Nice.
Wowie.
As you break through and you feel these sensations, looking up, you also begin to see what makes up the plane of air. You see massive floating balls of what look to be clouds, but you can just tell from looking at them they are dense enough to be land masses. And from you where you are currently, shut up, it's not Skypea. Um, you can only see the bottoms of them, but from your perspective, you can see maybe 3 or 4 of them in the distance. None of them look like they could be more than a mile or so wide. They are all quite small in terms of land masses. Um, but they begin to pepper the upper horizon as you raise yourself into the plane.
Huh.
Columbia.
Um,
Neat.
who's in the crow's nest?
Pike, as usual.
Pike, you do you see civilization or anything on? Like, wait, hang on. Do any of the like masses we see? Do any of them have like anything that changes that's not cloud? Like, I mean, we probably wouldn't. It probably wouldn't be plants like we understand them, but some sort of growth, something that changes in the landscape. Just,
Yeah, can you make a perception check?
I'm also gonna ask Pike to do the same thing. So,
Yeah.
um,
Very eagle eyes. Her eagle eyes that rolled a 2 and a 4. She's tired.
I rolled a 21.
All right. You do see the largest mass currently in your vision in the distance. Is it's more conical than the others. It's not like strictly speaking a cone, but it has more mass on the bottom to it, and you can see shadows kind of peeking out of it that could be it's something other than the cloud, whatever the cloud mass is made of. So it's vines, maybe it's roots, maybe it's stone. There's something else in that larger structure.
Huh.
So we're looking for like a font or something, right? Because that's what we found in Earth.
Yeah, but we probably want to make sure we understand what the airscape is like so that we can sort of know what to look for. We have to look for things that help us understand what we're looking at step by step.
Baby steps.
Caesar's gonna like
And then
stomp his
just
foot a couple times.
then calls out from the helm. Heading, Captain?
Closest landmass?
Is it land? Yes, to that conical cloud thing.
To the big one. Aye, sir. And you see him kind of
Is there a
shift a little
sun?
bit.
Can we get our bearings? Does any nautical stuff work here?
Not really. You don't see a sun. There is light, but you don't see a sun.
Sourcel's light, great. Wait, okay, so is the sun between? Wait, but then we'd see the sun. If the sun
We're
between
still on
us
the
and
astral
Boonthor?
plane, right?
No, we went to Boonthor and then we went up.
Oh, okay. I see.
So we're in the
Okay.
we should be in the astral. Sorry, not the astral. The elemental plane of air.
Is there
Okay,
stars?
I see it now.
It's just blue.
Everything kind of looks the same. It's just blue expanse and cloud-like masses
Everything the
with
light
a
touches, we don't
cloud
understand.
cover on the bottom, pretty much.
All right, let's see what this what's on this cone thing, so we can understand what this plane is like. This is exciting.
Caesar's gonna.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say Caesar's gonna try to eat one of the clouds because he thinks it looks like cotton candy.
Not a bad idea. Actually, it's a terrible idea, but out of character, not a bad idea. Uh, I'm just excited because the elemental plane of Earth was so interesting.
So, as you continue to rise so that you are on the more similar level of the structures, you do pass by a couple of the smaller ones headed towards this much larger one. And you see on one of the small ones, looks like it's just kind of a small pond lake where the difference is there is hazy with a couple of buildings. The next one you pass, there's not grass per se, but there's some sort of ground cover, and you see a couple of animals running around. There's a couple of what might pass for trees in this realm. They're very tall and skinny and like branch out a lot on the top, kind of almost like acacia trees. But getting closer to the structure that or landmass that you were directed to, as you get closer, you do notice that those shaded parts you saw from the distance, they look like roots. Because as you get closer to this larger cloud mass, there is a massive, bright, bright's not the right word, um, almost kind of ash gray looking tree, just a great huge trunk that goes up through the center of this cloud mass and it just expands to cover almost the entirety of this island. This island is maybe half a mile in diameter, and the tree covers most of it. And on the ground, you see what can only be described as a small village. There's maybe a dozen buildings. If you see in the distance a few people, you can't really make out who or what they are from this distance. Um, there is civilization.
Neat.
When you say buildings, just like normal, like wood, stone looking buildings?
Or are they clouds?
They look to be made out of whatever wood this tree is made out of. They're all kind of grayish. Everything seems to be tones of either pastel or tones of gray.
Does it appear to have any sort of port?
Not anything that the Endeavor could dock at. Around the edge of the cloud mass, you see not ports so much as stables. You see a couple of massive birds with harnesses tied up to fences. You see one, um, what looks kind of like a manta ray. It looks kind of similar to Pele, but with a different color scheme. Is just sort of hovering off to the side. There's a couple of pegasi, but there's not a duck.
Remind me later to test if I can call Pelly to me here. Well, I guess just bring us like on the outskirts of the village, but over the island.
Using birds to get across different clouds, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
This whole time, all I can picture, like the only thing I'm seeing in my head is the Ether mod from Minecraft, like with the MOAs and the clouds and shit.
Not dissimilar.
Right. My first thought when you said the birds was Skyward Sword, Zelda.
Also, yeah, also similar. Got some Moa, got some Chocobo, that kind of vibe. Um, but you can bring yourself up to the edge of the cloud mass relatively easily. Nin has gotten very adept at flying this ship. Him and Dev kind of working together, and so you bring yourself right up along it, so that you kind of just have to hop over the edge of the ship to land onto the cloud mass.
Okay, well, in spite of the fact that I can see the stuff that is clearly supporting, I'm still going to kind of like just take just take some like an empty ink bottle or something like that and just go over the edge of just boop.
It lands on the ground with no sound, like it's completely cushioned as it lands.
Don't worry, your captain will take care of this. He's going to don his glider, and he's just going to jump off.
Onto the cloud mass, I'm assuming.
Yes.
No, just off the edge.
I mean, he said he put the glider on. I was like, I need to make sure.
We're going to make sure I don't fall all the way through.
You land on the ground, and it is like walking on the plushest, thickest, cushiest carpet you have ever felt. It is almost a little not off-putting, but you find yourself almost a little bit off balance because it's so soft. But it is sturdy beneath you.
I don't know if anyone else here has had this experience, but I've had it many times. Has anyone actually like walked on a floor, a carpet that was just installed?
Yeah, it feels weird.
I like it. It depends on what kind of carpet you
So
get, but
cushy.
um the shag carpet, oh, it definitely feels nice, but then the Berber always feels pretty good too. And I feel like I'm the only one who actually knows what Berber is.
Yep.
Shit. It's more thick. You know how like office um carpet is? It's like it's got that like thick braided kind of feel to it. It's kind of like that, but a little depending on what kind you get, it's like a little nicer.
So I guess we step down quietly. I'm still very ginger about it, just like it doesn't look like it should work. I guess it's like standing. This is like what it'd be like to punch Thai juice blooming.
And just like that, the three of you are on ground, such as you can call it, in the elemental plane of air. And I think we will call it there for the night. Begin our exploration next time.
Woo!
Woo!
Ooh,
That was fun.
Yay!
Yeah, it was a lot of
see.
fun. Boobs.
Got him.
I don't have a clever comment. Does anyone have any questions, comments, concerns before we start rolling?
We're gonna do a recap, right?
Yes.
All right, good.
Does it
So
look
I
like
think
I'm
it's
wearing does it look like I'm wearing a sad hat or like a weird wig?
kind of just looks
Looks
like
like
you
you're
have a
wearing a
line.
strap of white fur on your head.
How about
There
now?
you go. Need some better
Uh,
lighting for your room.
I could turn on the light behind me, but that would require
it's
getting up.
Jim in the Void. It's iconic at this point.
Plus, I can do this. Fuck. The lighting's too good now.
I'm afraid this sword would be too small, but it looks like it'll be just right.
That wasn't the issue. What is going on here?
No comment.
All right. I have to say, this is like a very above table thing, but it makes me laugh. I kind of shot myself in the foot there, sort of like making Unlife sound more interesting because Order is the one trial that I have like fully down. It's like, nope,
Damn.
that's it's more interesting to go in the other direction. But it's like
I'm I'm
order's
I'm
the one
very
trial I had ready.
I'm very curious where you thought we were gonna go. Like, where you obviously like had some idea of where you thought we would go,
I
or
knew Shion was gonna pick life because he's already been tied up with Albark. And I knew Caesar was gonna pick chaos because you're a gremlin. I had no idea what was gonna happen for Leo.
The closest thing we have to a murder hobo in this party.
He's not a murder hobo, he's just a beat 'em up hobo.
Yeah.
It's murder hobo without the murder. It's just
Well,
a hobo.
Sorry.
Yeah,
what do
can.
y'all think? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, you can keep delaying, but I would like you can have Leo. One of you have three options: order chaos, or no, sorry, no, order unlife, or just keep delaying the choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, what were you gonna say? What was your question?
Just what do you think Leo would do, order or unlife?
I feel like order makes more sense
I do kind of
than
think that
unlife.
like the only thing going for unlife is Horatio. Like what else? What
Mm.
else makes me unlifey?
Well, if unlife is about the continuance of being, then the desire is this is still tied up in Horatio, but the desire to make your legacy, to make yourself immortal, is in a sense part of unlife.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what exactly in your mind is the connection to order?
Kind of the shift in Leo's arc to be like less of a bad guy in general.
Mm.
And like he kind of wants to just like chill out at home these days with his wife.
So
Which
like the being of order said the boring it can be the boring can be
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, the boring can be good. And also easily the music is an analogy of the ordering of sound.
Hmm.
And like you could even say like
Depending on
emotions.
depending on what kind of music you like, chaos could also be good for music.
Totally, but I'm giving chaos to you.
It's like, do I want to be a heel or do I want to just be the heel? I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah, I think order makes more sense. You could also just be really annoying, and I know Liz is here can hear me and just do both. Really throw her off.
How is that gonna work?
Don't think about it.
It's just more work, man.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like chaos might end up being the last one we do just because we now have two links. We have links to both Unlife and Order. And when I tried to contact Chaos through the woman, she was like, he's all fucked up right now and he didn't want anybody. So I feel like that's going to be a more complicated situation to handle.